Hello, everybody. So, last night I saw the historical drama Pressure, the untold story of D Day. Now, I'm going to talk about Pressure. But before I talk about Pressure, I want to talk about Backrooms for 1 second. My plan, see Pressure tonight, not tonight, last night, and then see Backrooms tomorrow night. Not tomorrow night, tonight, Saturday night, tonight. That was my plan. However, I have to come into work. So, barring any last minute changes where I don't come in, there's a high chance I'm going to try my best to see that movie, but there's a chance either the review will be late or the review was just going to have to be like a quick short or something. Okay? So the review may be a little late. I'm sorry. The review may be just a little bit late. But hopefully I should be able to see it hopefully very soon, okay? I just wanted to emphasize that, okay? I plan to see the movie, but it's not going to be coming tonight, unfortunately. I'm sorry. Hopefully tomorrow night or Monday, okay? If I could see those two, maybe I get to do a quick review. If not, well then I'm sorry. Maybe like a quick review on like shorts. But back to Pressure. So Pressure is this historical drama all about the 72-hour buildup before D-Day, where the Allied troops arrived on Normandy Day in France during World War II. And this was if you know history, you know this was very, very important for the Allied, particularly the United States of America, during World War II. This was a very important chapter in history. So, we all know D-Day from the opening of Saving Private Ryan, but I was really interested in Backrooms, but the reason why I saw this movie first, because I figured, I know Backrooms is going to make a lot of money, but this is one I had to see, because I don't know if y'all know this about me, but I'm a big history buff. I love history. I particularly love history, true story movies that I didn't know. So when I heard that this movie was all about the hours leading up to D-Day, I had to see this movie. So yes. Now here's the real question. Did the movie live up to the hype? I'm gonna be honest, I was completely surprised by this movie. For a movie that real honestly was not even on my radar, I was totally just blown away by this movie. Brandon Fraser, I genuinely believe this guy deserves an Oscar nomination for this performance. There's so much scenes where it's not goofy or it doesn't even feel cartoonish. No, every time I see it, I'm like, oh crap. To where he just demands my attention. Scenes where he's yelling don't feel cartoonish. It feels rather serious given his background as a actor who started off with freaking The Mummy and I believe he was in George of the Jungle, if I remember too. So it's like, given all that, to see this now all these decades later, as weird as it is, I hate to say, I don't know I had to look up some pictures because I didn't do my homework last night, unfortunately. But I had to see if he really is looks that familiar with him. But I really thought he was good in the movie, and Andrew Scott too, I thought was really, really good as well in the movie. And I want to emphasize this too. I saw the movie last night, so I don't remember the real life names, which is unfortunate. I saw the movie last night, and I just wanted to watch the Hurricanes hockey game last night. So unfortunately, if I forget the real life names, I'm sorry. I just want to watch the hockey game last night. So yeah. So yes, this movie, and the movie's very short too. This movie's only like an hour and 40 so minutes. This movie was very short, but yet I will say, now there was a few times where I did think it dragged on just a little bit. However, every moment I did not think was wasted though. And the one thing I love too is how there's actually some moments in this movie there is not even about D-Day. It's just about some of their own personal lives. I mean, and I'm gonna listen. I'm sorry, the movie's been out. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and spoil some things, but it's not even a serious spoiler. Ask if you know the true story. I mean, but supposedly his wife is in the hospital, and then once he hears that hospital was attacked, then he tried. I mean, he knows. I mean, Brendan Fraser. I mean, he knows what happened over there, but yet, like, I mean, he knows just how messed up his mindset is, and yet D-Day is still like the main thing, because I mean, there was a big storm over in Northern Europe where they were heading to arrive at to face the Germans to try to defeat them, and so when they initially made that announcement in the third act, D-Day is postponed, that right there shocked me, because that's actually one of the few things I did not necessarily know. I did not know initially that D-Day was postponed. Like, that right there shocked me. I mean, and yet even after they arrived there to see like the storm, and then it's all sunny eventually, like, wow. And anyway, I want to talk about that D-Day scene too as well at the very end. I generally think, even though this movie is mostly just talkings, I do think they did a fantastic job in making sure it was not all just that. By making sure that when the D-Day scene happened at the end, that it was just intense. Like that ending right there was probably one of the most intense things I've seen in a theater since War Room. I mean, not War Room, Warfare. The Ray Mendoza Iraq veteran war film in Iraq. Yeah, like that was the most intense theater experience I ever had. That D-Day scene in Pressure, that was probably the most intense I've been at a movie theater since Warfare. So yeah, I mean, overall with this movie, now I mean, if you want to see Backrooms, go ahead and do so. I want to try to see that movie at some point too, but this is definitely a movie I wanted to see because I think it definitely deserves more attention. It's not your typical war film. This is very similar to Oppenheimer, okay? I mean, I love Oppenheimer. That's one of my favorite movies, okay? But, I mean, I know there's some people who just don't like it. So, if you didn't like Oppenheimer because it was all talky, blah, 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 well, then you may not like this movie for the most part. But if, like me, you love history, and you definitely want to see something that isn't well known to the public, listen, and even then, like, if you want to support a movie that isn't on a lot of people's radar and probably won't get a whole lot of attention, please see this movie. I mean, this is very, very good. I mean, not a traditional summer blockbuster, but definitely a movie that's definitely, like, you have to see this movie in theater. That D-Day scene, you will not regret it. Please see this movie. Everyone did a fantastic job. Like, I mean, the only negatives I can really think of was a few scenes where I did think it dragged on just a little bit. And then some scenes where I thought was a little too dramatic. And then there's a few historical inaccuracies maybe too, but I don't really care about all that. But overall, I give this movie probably like I want to say 9 out of 10, but in actuality, I think it's more like a 7.5 out of 10. But I still really love this movie. This is easily probably in my top 5 favorite movies of the year so far. Well, and that's my review of Pressure, the untold story of D-Day.